Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is our pleasure to welcome you to JT The ceremony will be commencing shortly. We request you to kindly switch your mobile phones to silent mode. During the presentation of mementos, we encourage you to express your pride by applauding and cheering. Kindly use the exit at the rear should you feel the need to leave the theatre during the ceremony. This event is also being live streamed, so please enjoy the evening.
Good evening, most esteemed dignitaries, gracious parents, much-loved members of our faculty, and our distinguished graduates, class of 2022. To all who have come to this wonderland, the Choice School, welcome. I am Catherine Ann Chungat.
I am Ishan Joseph.
And I am Neha Sosha Epen, and we are your hosts for this evening. Curiosity lies at the core of every exciting discovery. The Choice School, with its lofty ideals and stimulating academic environment, inspires students to go behind their goals, nurtures their creativity, and fills them with enthusiasm. Beyond the limitations of the curriculum, the school has always encouraged students to be bold, questioning the world around them, and moving bravely beyond the known. Our students are earnestly motivated to succeed, pursuing their passions with the drive to overcome all challenges and setbacks, seeing them as opportunities to improve and grow. They take responsibility for their choices, successes, and improvements, being proactive and reflecting on their choices and their journey ahead.
This day is a milestone. It's the most important day of a student's education. It tells you how far you've come. It is a validation of a choice that was made long back, the countdown to this final moment. The graduation rite marks both an ending and a beginning. It is a time to reminisce the warm memories of the past and kindle the prodigious dreams for the future.
On behalf of everyone gathered here at the JT Pack, we are very happy to welcome Mr. Jose Thomas, President, the Choice Foundation, to this beautiful evening. With a rare vision for embracing the positive, the empowering, and the meaningful, he is the master craftsman who inspires each one of us to reach for the stars, and the Choice School is privileged to have him at her helm. With another batch of students graduating from this glorious institution with flying colors, we are sure that this is a dream coming true for him, and he keeps reliving that dream every year. Sir, it is a great honor to have you with us here today.
In the same breath, we would also like to extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Jacob P. Ajit Matthews, Principal, Ms. Vimla Jacob, our Academic Administrator, Ms. Annie Anthony, our Vice Principal of Senior School, to all other Vice Principals of the different sections to this wonderful evening. To all other dignitaries, faculty, family, and friends present here today, and to those who could not attend the ceremony and are watching or thinking of the graduates as they celebrate their special moment, thank you.
Prayer is not asking. It is putting oneself in the hands of God, at His disposition, and listening to His voice in the depth of our hearts. Our prayers may be awkward, our attempts may be feeble, but since the power of prayer is in the one who listens to it, our prayers do make a big difference. Let us all rise in prayer.
In His time, in His time, He makes all things beautiful. In His time, Lord, please show me every day as you're teaching me your way, that you do just what you say in your time, in your time, in your time. You make all things beautiful in your time. Lord, my life to you I bring. May each song I have to sing be to you a lovely thing in your time. Lord, please show me every day as you're teaching me your way, that you do just what you say in your time.
Please be seated.
Let them move the mic, no.
Describing her first day back in the primary, a teacher once said, "It was like trying to hold 35 corks underwater at the same time." The middle school then is kind of like a Middle Earth. It's a magical journey filled with elves, dwarves, hobbits, kings, queens, and a few corrupt wizards. Moving to the senior school, it is neither a democracy nor a dictatorship, nor contrary to popular belief, an anarchic state. It is a divine right monarchy.
Between the classes, your friends, teachers, and all your extracurriculars, there is a lot going on in the senior school. Sorry. Between the classes, your friends, teachers, and all your extracurriculars, there is a lot going on in the senior school. The senior school is kind of what grows you into the person that you are, with great memories, some good, some bad, many learning experiences, and some that you will take with you the rest of your life.
The way ahead holds no promises, but rather mysteries and surprises. As you muse over the time spent through these years at the Choice School, you are sure to remember that your greatest lessons came from the time outside the classrooms. It is a good reminder that learning doesn't just stop because you are moving out of the classrooms.
Our principal, Mr. Jacob P. Ajit Matthews, is an educator par excellence with the passion to craft the compelling, the creative, and the propitious. And he has, with his charm and cordiality, won the hearts of all our graduating students. With a blend of firmness and softness, Mr. Jacob has created for himself a unique fusion, commanding yet sympathetic. As we move on with this yearly ritual of bidding farewell from the portals of this institute, we welcome you, sir, to address the outgoing batch of 2022.
Check. Thank you, Neha, Catherine, and Ishan, for the brief welcome note in the beginning and for the job of comparing here. Once again, good afternoon to everyone here, and special mention, Mr. Jose Thomas, President and Chairman of the Choice School, His gracious lady, Mrs. Elizabeth Jose, Ms. Annie Anthony, the Vice Principal of the Senior School, Ms. Vimla Jacob, the Educational Administrator, Ms. Rachel Ignatius with us, the Principal of the Choice School at Tiruvalla, dignitaries, special invitees, our proud parents here, guardians, all the school leadership team, dear students of the Class 12 graduating batch here, teachers and staff, and all who have joined us on live stream this afternoon. I stand here with a whole lot of mixed feelings. It brings to my mind the words of William Wordsworth on spontaneity, and he said, poetry is the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotions recollected in tranquility. The artist to get your tranquil time to recollect your thoughts, to put across. Listening to the compeers, first things first. Those who want to address me, you can address me in short as Ajit Jacob. The long name stands in all the official documents, but if you want to give it a try, go ahead. The business person, Peter Drucker, said, spontaneity is an infinite number of rehearsed possibilities. What would that mean? It would mean a preparation over and over many times together, and thus becomes something that would be spontaneous to us. Life is all about preparation, our graduating batch here. And I know the journey that you have made the last 2 years has been a tremendous one. We refer it as the pandemic 2 years. And at its ebb, we are here, blessed by the Lord, to be together once again without any gaps in between, close to each other. with the parents and guardians here amidst us. I remember just 1 year back where we could have only the students in this hall and all the parents back at home watching eagerly their loved ones, their dear ones come on stage and receive their certificates and mementos. Batch 2022, take it as a grand privilege, a special opportunity altogether, not just in comparison with your previous batch, but you as a unique batch here who have moved through 2 years of online lessons, and here all of a sudden, quickly, you are here graduating on site. And I'm so thankful to the Lord Almighty that this has been made possible. I'd like to emphasize on a couple of things here. As you move out of your alma mater soon to face life outside the protective walls of your lovely home that has been many years for you, and for some who joined in grade 11, 2 years. You will be thinking about life itself, I'm sure, about what you're going to do in college. You'll be hearing many stories in and around, near you and far, stories that are welcome, that are joyous, stories that will be confusing, stories that will be frightening and creating a terror. But in all these situations, you have to progress in life. And how do you make it would be a constant question. And I should say, your alma mater will be constantly remembered for the very fact that what you have learned from here will carry you in good stead in terms of all that you gained from your teachers, from your friends, from your interactions with many who have been on the journey together here. I was thinking about life, education, and what it would center around. Please remember, after having school here at the Choice School, and soon when you have gone to colleges, education is not for the purpose of loading or lording over others. Education has a purpose of leading you into a very productive life, a productive life of fulfilling yourself, your talents, and bringing happiness to others. That should be a goal which I know for certain at the Choice School, we live that dream of you to lead a happy life at school. I repeat, education is not for you to lord over others, but for you to lead a productive life. Remember also this particular point, the art of precision. When you look at nature itself, there is always a precision, a correctness, a way that things go. You and I are made so intricately, so uniquely, that we wonder often, what are we, and what is this creation all about? And life around us. We say the sun rises is an expression, but when you reflect, we know that the earth moves around the sun, and we wonder how the sun rises. Does it really rise? Does it really set? But things are set in place. We are imitators of life, I'm sure, and it goes with a whole lot of precision. Your life at school has been a great one. A box is going to be opened soon when you step out and feel courageous and confident to face what comes out of the box. And you should be the master architect of your life and how you move forward. There'll be circumstances where it can bring you down, but don't be brought down. Have the power of resilience to bounce back, because these 2 years of pandemic have taught you valuable lessons beyond your regular classroom. Though you have been on the windows of your screens with your teachers, I'm sure it is going to take you well on how you overcame situations. Life is all about lessons. Take them as they come by. Imbibe those, adapt well, and make it your habit to learn well. The art of precision, I repeat, should be thought about as you take up your journey in life. Every living creature in this world has a precise way of living, a precise way of it being created. And that practice has to be there in our lives and society. Life is a roller coaster ride, I'm sure. I don't know if this particular small pun on words will touch you, but you will play many roles in life. I know you're preparing for perhaps your medical entrance exams, your engineering exams. People will be getting into business studies, your humanities, your design and artwork, music, sports, whatever it be. There'll be different roles that you're going to play. A famous comedian said this: before becoming famous, I had these jobs. I was a trapeze artist, but I was let go. I sold loose onions until I got the sack. I used to be a plastic surgeon, which raised a few eyebrows. I quit my job at the helium gas factory. I refused to be spoken to in that high tone. I was also a trampoline salesman, off and on. Just a humorous way of looking at life, on how one moves from one job to the other. I wish all my dear graduating batch students the very best for your life, and I hope to have a greater connect with you, though we have been meeting online. The moments that we come to school in person, I cherish those lovely time with you, and I hope to know you more and more as the days go by before your board exams begin on April 26. I wish all the parents seated here to have a great momentous time as we go through the ceremony, and have a glad heart at the end of this function that your little ones, once upon a time, now into young adults, will soon graduate from this school in all honor and glory. Before I sign off from here, guys, and parents here, when I interact with the children, I do ask some of them, why you're sporting your long hair? And they tell me, sir, I've been at home, not been getting time to step out of home and have my hair cut, and that's what it is. And I'm sure there are quite a number of people here still, and including me, I'm sporting a long hair for today. With you guys, not able to go and have my hair cut, not that I've not stopped away from home. just memories to unify that, things are so, but I'm sure with the time ahead of us, we will get things done in the right way, and that precision will come along. And now you could have an old car or new car at home. It's a time of how to get it started. And let's get it started and make the journey well. God bless you all, my graduating students of grade 12. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those words of wisdom. Words are powerful. They inspire us, launch us into action, and they drive us to create the change that we want to see in the world. When worded just right, a sentence can become a mantra, an ethos, an endless source of power. As a quintessential entrepreneur who has redefined the concept of education, Mr. Jose Thomas was driven to conceive the Choice School as something which he believed needed to exist. A drive that required ingenuity, creativity, and above all, sparkling leadership. And that is what we have in Mr. Jose Thomas, founder and president of the Choice Foundation. He has given us the axiom, knowledge, character, and health, and believes that informal learning has massive potential in bringing out the meaning, relevance, and context to the ideas offered by the school. With an ever-zealous passion to raise the bar and go beyond the standard and the ordinary, Mr. Jose Thomas channelizes this passion for education into providing the best, to bring out the best, and spread the best practices. We welcome you, sir, with great love to deliver the keynote address.
She has explained me like a person who is very resilient. And good introduction. I really enjoyed it. And I feel so too. Good evening to all. First, let me speak to my friends here, the students, with whom I have interacted quite a bit. But a bit less during the past 2 years due to reasons known to all of us. I don't want to talk about pandemic. Because I don't look back. I like to look ahead. I would like to call you as the blue chips in the making. I hope all of you are going to listen to me for 9 minutes. And this 9 minutes could be very valuable for you in life. I don't know what's going through your mind. You must be thinking of making your own plans, moving away from Kochi, other states, other countries. Not confused. I'm sure you all know what to do because you're grown-up adults. But what I can tell you is this, or the takeaway from this evening could be, who do you want to be? First, you want to be a good citizen. That's number one criteria. No matter what, how much money you have, or how much power you have, how much wealth have you amassed, at the end of the day, what happens to you is, who are you? And who are you in the society that you live? That's the number one criteria you need to keep in mind. So what do you do for that? To talk to you as children, I don't want to use the Harvard English or the London English. It's simple, character. If you can concentrate on your character, everything will follow. But if you don't have a character, you're going to face the unexpected challenges. So remember this as you walk your journey, keep in mind you've got to be respected in the society that you live, in the colleges that you go. Professions are many. The world is changing, especially during this 2 years of pandemic. Technology took the front seat. I personally did not know what Zoom call was or Teams was. We learned, and to see small children sharing their screens on Zoom, telling grown-up adults like us to unmute and mute. This was all a process of learning. A situation was created for us to learn. Let me talk about the world a little bit. See, the world has become a lot more smarter because what is driving the world is technology. In any field, the medical field, the engineering field, and even in the field of business, it's all technology today. All data-based decision-making, precision decision-making, and the world going towards a perfection. The future is where the man has to compete the machine. I know we have decent colleges in this country. I'm sure most of you would do your undergraduate program in some cities of India, including Kochi. But we know, that's not the only place where you will learn and gain knowledge to see what is it that you want to accomplish in life. It's theory, a lot of theory. But does theory help? In certain areas, yes. But what helps there is your quest for knowledge, to being inquisitive, to learn, to ask, and also to become friends with good people. You are young children being highly protected now with your moms and dads. All of a sudden you will see this freedom. You could be in Bombay, you could be in Delhi, you could be in Bangalore, you could be in Chennai. What I want to tell you is this: find the right friends. This country with 400 million youth, the potential is so serious that the whole world is looking at India. There are 400 million youth in this country who wants to buy a new iPad every year. And that size of that purchase, you're talking about billions and billions of dollars. That's how you see the foreign investment coming into our country. Our country, India, I'm so proud about, because the policies that are being set, the directions that are being shown, is pointing towards success. Today we are the 4th largest economy in the world. And with the great leadership today we have running our nation, right from our great Prime Minister, we are eyeing to be the 3rd largest economy in the near future. Going to a $5 trillion economy. So how do you make this economy? You. You are the one. Without you contributing, that's not going to happen. So there are a lot of opportunities available out there. Artificial intelligence is the language that we're going to talk. The surgeon could be sitting in some part of the world and conducting a surgery. Space, electric vehicles, electric aircrafts, technology, not just medicine. I personally feel machines are going to compete the surgeons in the future because they are more precise. I have attended many technology shows in the world and I've seen some unbelievable technology that is in the making. And youngsters. So what do you need is skill. Every field has a skill. You need to expand on your skills and keep it polished like a perfect diamond. The other day I was in Chennai. I also used to have certain perception about my own country that we are not as good as China. I was sadly mistaken recently when this trip, especially when I came back from the US, I visited some of the manufacturing facilities in Chennai last week, where some precision equipments were being manufactured. So when I went in there, in the outskirts of Chennai, the first question I asked them was, do you get the skilled labor force here? The answer is, sir, come. We're going to walk the floor and you will see it for yourself. I was so shocked and surprised to see young guys and even girls in their boiler suit doing perfect welding. Because there used to be a time when the ambassador cars came to India, to the market. The first thing we did was buy it, take it to the workshop to tinker with it. I remember that. Look at the way things have transformed. On the way here now I saw electric scooters, parked outside showrooms for sale. I said, wow. So who made that? Who created that? And when I saw these sources, these youngsters doing this perfect job, I inquired, how much does a welder get paid? I don't want to say the amount. Trust me, it is quite an attractive package they have. So why are we shying away in becoming a perfect machine mechanic? We need perfect machine mechanics so that the Apples and all these people will come and shift their base from China to India. Because there's a perception about us that we are not precision oriented. But it is changing. Who can change that? It is you. So if you all can look into being that perfect precision oriented person in whatever field you do, and practice and practice and practice your skill, there are wonderful opportunities that will be waiting for you as you walk your life and journey. I have walked my life. And always you think about the past, your teachers especially, your gurus who gave you the basics, your alma mater, the kind of attachment you can have. 3 days ago, day before yesterday, I went to my school, the school I really grew up and studied. I had very limited time, but however, I said, I need to go to my school. This is in Muvatupura, where my son was with me, and I said, Thomas, come with me. The classrooms are the same, flooring the same. And I went and saw the boarding room where we used to sleep on the floor. Classrooms were converted into sleeping dorms, and we had to carry our little mattress at night and sleep there and stand in line to use a ratio of 1:30 toilet facilities. It is still there. They painted a bit, but what I never forgot was my teachers. So I was so anxious, I suddenly became a child. The headmaster is a priest. So I asked him, sir, how about this, sir? Oh, he's no more. How about this, sir? He is in his 90s. How about this, sir? Then finally, I went, see, this is a belonging to your alma mater. Finally, I went to the kitchen where I used to go and solicit the help of the waiters and the cooks who worked there those days to give me one extra dosha. So what does this mean? You're planning. I was planning. And then when I met them, this new staff, I went through the boarding school. I asked the headmaster all the history. He told me everything. It's today state syllabus, still state syllabus, but they have the 12th grade. Thousands of children running around there. And I spoke to some of them. They are competing more than million students who will probably graduate this year. Out of these millions who will graduate wearing this gown, how many are going to be stamped as passed? Not by the board, passed by the society that you're going to go to, the organizations that you'll go work with. You need to create that. So that's what I spoke about, character. Plus, opportunities. I'm sure your parents will guide you what to do. but you have an equal say in what you want to do. So you need to have a peaceful negotiation, if necessary, with your parents as well, because you have the young mind. We have old mind, but still we think in a different fashion, and we could perhaps have conflict there. There's no necessity to have into a conflict situation. You can have your own assessment. But only thing I want to tell you is this: please do not waste your time socializing and living on social media with your device, a phone in your hand. I tell you personally, to all parents, grown-up adults, I don't use WhatsApp. I run a reasonably large organization, including the school. WhatsApp is a deterrent and is a distraction. Distraction because it comes at the time when you don't want to be distracted. Can a pilot, while flying a plane, receive a WhatsApp message? And if he does that, his mind is losing the focus to what he's doing. Same thing is applicable to a medical professional, a businessman, a teacher, a naval officer, a police officer, an army surgeon. It is something that today is a very disturbing factor. In the US, there's no WhatsApp. Trust me, people don't even know what it is. They have communication channels that are in the most moderated and professionally managed platforms. You don't see, yes, they listen to music when they're in a train. When they walk around, probably you see them with headphones. But I don't think they're walking on the street forwarding messages and looking at Instagram and trying to see what others did. There's a lot of time wasted there. And it's also corrupting our minds. You know, my life has been an interesting journey for me. 7th, 8th, and the 9th and the 10th, I did this in Motivera school. I learned my Malayalam, basic Hindi. I learned my skill of speaking in English. And I passed from there. I owe a lot to that institution. Owe a lot. Those teachers, Varki sir who taught me Malayalam, Joe sir who taught me science, John sir who taught me father, Kundangot father who taught me English. If you have that always with you, where you came from, where you started your journey, and if you look at it in a very matured fashion and occasionally remember your alma mater, listen to your parents, respect your parents, continue to have good memories about your teachers who have held your hand in difficult times and walked you through to make you sit down here today to celebrate your tomorrows. Your tomorrows are going to start. It's not like the yesterday. You're going to walk into unknown territories, unknown areas. Even language could become a challenge for you. But you need to determine that you need to be resilient. You need to have the quest to learn and the sense to be adaptable to situations. I'm sure most of you will be taking many professions of your choice, but I see many of our alumni world over. I accidentally run into them in public places. Some of them specifically come and meet me. Many of them are in touch with me by email and by even personal meetings. They all are doing very well. Because I think we have given you the foundation here. Thanks to my teachers, all the principals, Ajit, I can't tell all the names to all you teachers. We should put our hands together for our teachers here today. Without them, you wouldn't have accomplished. Yes, I give the leadership. I do. I observe with an eagle's eye. But they are the ones who stand right in front of you day in and out to see to it that my children do well. And that's what they want to see. They want to see your progression, how successful you are, no matter how much money you make, but we want to see you stay healthy and becoming confident, true citizens of our nation. India has high potential. India is going to grow. Once again, I'm coming back to that point. There's a lot of scope in this country. This economy is going to explode. You give it another 2 years, you will see India will come back as a major power, competing head-on with China. But China is one of the biggest, second largest economy in the world, and India is very close to getting near towards what they are, and we will be there very soon. So what we need in this country is you. Not just doctors, not just engineers. We need people with skill in our nation. What is wrong with being a mechanic with a BTech degree? And that has a lot of scope, a lot of potential. And those are the areas we don't find them. Today we find them only in the IT field. Everybody wants to go to IT. Now they started going to data analytics because that is what people told 3-4 years ago, and that is an overcrowded space again now. So you need to see what is unique areas that you can examine. Or even when it comes to medicine, to see after you get your first graduation of your MBBS, to see how you can go for specialization in areas that the human world requires us to be there. So once again, dear parents, thank you for your trust in us. So many years you have given them in our hands, and I think today we're going to return them to you. A Choicean will always be crowned as a Choicean. A Choicean needs to stand tall. A Choicean needs to be respected. A Choicean needs a place where a Choicean should be. To parents, once again, thank you so much. To my teachers, thanks a lot. To the blue chips of the future, men and women of our country, who are going to hold the torch for our nation and make our nation proud. Dear children, all the best. God bless you. I will miss most of you, many of you whom I know personally. Some of you have cooked with me many times. I've enjoyed those moments. I'll miss it, but I'm sure you'll come back when you're ready to come back and congregate alone again. God bless the school. God bless our nation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your words and your dreams that always come a size too big. And we believe it is thus that we can grow into them. The future truly belongs to those who believe in the beauty of your dreams. Dear JT Uncle, thank you for doing so much for us always.
Being a parent is about being there through the tantrums, the milestones, and the tears. Being a parent is about loving your child wholeheartedly and unconditionally to eternity. Today, we have here with us parents who will share their thoughts as their children come to the end of their school days. Firstly, I invite Dr. Rakesh Chandran, father of Gautam Rakesh, to share his thoughts with us.
Respected President of the Choice Foundation, Jos Thomas sir, and his family, Principal Ajit sir, Rachel ma'am, Vimla ma'am, and all the other invited guests, dignitaries, and all the teachers and invited parents, my fellow parents, and my dear children. A very warm good evening to you all. Indeed, I am so happy and privileged to be here addressing this gathering. Today is the joyful day for you because you are going to get graduated. And also, you will be having a lot of nostalgic memories of the past 14 years of your life in this Choice Kingdom. Children, I just wanted you to dream or imagine something. A great artist wanted to make a beautiful painting. For the society, that was his commitment. So, imagine he might have got the best of the best canvas for the painting and selected the best of the pastel colors or the whatever the colors, media, etc., and the brushes, everything. So, it is something like that. All our children were blessed to have this Choice Foundation with all the infrastructure and the add-on amenities here with the vibrant teachers like you to make you educated. And I take this opportunity to thank Joe sir. It is just because of his visionary and hardship can made this Choice School into this level. Thank you, sir. Thinking of my memories or picking up my memories from this school is nothing other than my son Gautam when he joined to the Kinder R. One day I received a call from, I believe that it is Girija ma'am, the coordinator for the Kinder R, and she called me, "Doctor, please do come back as early as possible to pick your child," because he was continuously crying in his Kinder R for almost all the hours. Somehow, I managed to reach the Kinder R, but what I could see was, by the time I reached there, Gautam already, he was falling asleep, and also the teacher was carrying Gautam in her hand. Maybe hearing the conversation, he got up and his gloomy face turned to a smiling face. What I wanted to emphasize or say is that the passion, the dedication, and the care taken by the teacher was tremendous, and it was something like that. All the teachers were doing some kind of effort to make the children very comfortable. And that made, as a parent, it's more easy for us to leave the kids at the school and go back for our work. At the same time, I take this opportunity, on behalf of all the parents here, to thank all the teachers from the Kinder R to the grade 12 for supporting us children and nurturing our children to this extent. Somebody can get a small glass of water. Children, now you are going from the pre-education phase to the graduation phase and going to the post-graduation phase of your life for your studies. There, you have to be very careful what all the thoughts you have to make and different changes in your life. For that, to give some incidents, I just wanted to give a poetic line from the great poet Mahakavi Vallathol, and the poem is from Ende Tharavatamma. I'm just narrating the words. What I want to say is that it was like that. Ende magan ഏത് വിദേശത്ത് വാഴുകയാണെങ്കിലും നിന്റെ മനസ്സിൽ ഈ ഓർമ്മ വേണം, നിന്റെ ഭാഷയാണ് നിന്റെ തറവാട്ടമ്മ, അന്യാം ഭാഷ വിരുന്നുകാരി. What is the significance of telling this? Thank you so much. What is the significance of telling this line here? In my previous days, I have seen many children, they say that മലയാളത്തിൽ എനിക്ക് എഴുതാനും വായിക്കാനും അറിയില്ല എന്നുള്ളത്. Children, I really say that നമ്മളുടെ മാതൃരാജ്യത്തെ സ്നേഹിക്കുന്നത് പോലെ, അഥവാ നമ്മളുടെ മാതാപിതാക്കളെ സ്നേഹിക്കുന്ന പോലെ തന്നെയാവണം നമ്മൾക്ക് മലയാള ഭാഷ അറിയുമെന്ന് പറയേണ്ടത്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഇനി നിങ്ങളുടെ ഈ ഒരു ജീവിത തലത്തിൽ നിന്നും മറ്റൊരു പഠനശൈലിയിലോട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മറ്റൊരു ദേശത്തോട്ട്, നേരത്തെ സർ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ നിങ്ങൾ ചേക്കേറാൻ പോവുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ നിങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കേണ്ട ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങളുണ്ട്. ആ കാര്യങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ച് ഒന്ന് പറയാനായിട്ട് മറ്റൊരു കഥയിൽ നിന്നും ഞാനൊരു ഏതാനും വരികൾ കടമെടുക്കുകയാണ്. വേറൊന്നുമല്ല, ഇത്ര മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇപ്പോൾ ഏതാണ്ട് പ്രസവിക്കാനിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു അമ്മയുടെ വാക്കുകളാണിത്. പ്രസവിക്കാനിരിക്കുക എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമുക്കറിയാം, ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ വേദന അനുഭവിക്കുന്ന ഒരു വേദനയിൽ ഒന്നാണ് പ്രസവവേദന. ആ അമ്മ ഏതാനും നിമിഷങ്ങൾക്കകം പിറക്കാനിരിക്കുന്ന തൻ്റെ കുഞ്ഞിനോട് പറയുന്ന വചനങ്ങൾ ഇങ്ങനെയാണ്: "ഓ മൈ ചൈൽഡ്, the woes you have to face in this world is more severe than the pain I bear now." മകനെ, മകളെ, ഞാൻ ഈ ഇപ്പോൾ അനുഭവിക്കുന്ന വേദനയേക്കാൾ എത്രയോ 10 മടങ്ങ് അധികമാണ് ഈ ലോകത്തോട്ട് പിറന്നു വീഴുമ്പോൾ നിനക്ക് നേരിടേണ്ടി വരുന്ന പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ. അത് യുക്തിപൂർണമായി ഘട്ടം ഘട്ടമായി നിനക്കത് തരണം ചെയ്ത് മുന്നോട്ട് പോവാൻ ഈശ്വരൻ നിന്നെ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കട്ടെ എന്നാണ് ആ വാക്കുകൾ പറയുന്നത്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് സംതിങ് ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ്. ചിൽഡ്രൻ, വാട്ട് യു ഹാവ് ടു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ടിൽ ഡേ മാതാപിതാക്കളുടെയും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഗുരുജനങ്ങളുടെയും ഒരു രക്ഷാ കവചം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചുറ്റുമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. വിദേശ പഠനങ്ങൾ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വീട്ടിൽ നിന്നും മാറി ഇനി പഠിക്കാൻ നിങ്ങളൊരു പുതിയ യുഗത്തിലോട്ട് തന്നെ പോവുകയാണെന്ന് പറയാം. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഒരു അവസരത്തിൽ നമ്മളുടെ മാതാപിതാക്കളുടെയും കയ്യിൽ നിന്നും ഇത്രയും നാൾ നിങ്ങളെ കാത്തിരുന്ന ഗുരുനാഥന്മാരുടെ അടുത്തു നിന്നും നിങ്ങൾ പോകുമ്പോൾ ഒരുപാട് കാര്യങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓർത്തിരിക്കാനുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്വഭാവങ്ങളിൽ വരുത്തേണ്ട മാറ്റങ്ങളുണ്ട്, പ്രതികരണങ്ങളിൽ വരുത്തേണ്ട മാറ്റങ്ങളുണ്ട്. ഇവയെല്ലാം മനസ്സിലാക്കി മുന്നേറാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്കാകട്ടെ. By this time you might have set all your goals or what all you wanted to reach. Like that, if you have a good passion in you, definitely you will be able to reach to your goals very faster. It will make your way very clear to reach it. And second one I just wanted to emphasize is your integrity. According to my knowledge and understanding, what the values you have generated in your life all these days or in the coming days will just get reflected into your voices or to your behavior. So you wanted to build up more and more values in your life. Third one, I always tell my children, you have to be acceptable. You have to be approachable. Why? Some of the parents comes to me and say that my children or my son is a very short-tempered and I cannot tell anything to him. Or the other friends tells that he will not listen to him. Children, no, this is the time you have to be patiently listening to the elders. Why? Because all this can make tremendous change in your life. You should give patience for listening to elders. And definitely what all the things you can obey, take it back and make it into a habit of obeying. And comes the adaptability. Why I said adaptability is just because you are going to different places, you are going to get into different cultures and different way of studying and methodology of studying. So you have to learn the habit of adaptability. And I always tell my children that you have to have very much empathy than sympathy. Why? Literally the meaning resembles the same. But what I say is that empathy will remains you all till your life, whereas sympathy comes and goes occasionally depending on the occasion. So you have to be more empathetic in your life, which can make you successful in your life. Add on to that, I will tell my children, always go responsible to give more importance to the time and punctuality. If you can do that, laurels will come to you, or you will be getting appreciated at the many of the times. So make sure you plan well in advance. If you say like your exams is at 8 o'clock, well, get prepared and come before the set of time, then you will be able to do till your end of your life, which can makes you more and more strengthful. And I always tell Children, you have to be humble, simple, and grounded. You have to be humble, simple, and grounded. And finally, don't forget the main quorum of your life, that is, you have to respect the opposite gender, both psychologically and physiologically. You have to respect. Then only you will be able to receive respect back to you. And also, children, if you ask me what is the ultimatum in your life, then I will always say this is happiness, nothing other than happiness. Do you think that happiness can showcase with your bank balance? No, never. Do you think that it can be with one of the luxurious thing in your life? Never it can be. Only happiness comes to you if you can make your neighbor or another person happier. If you can do that, you will definitely be successful in your life and you can have a peaceful living. Now is not the time to keep on talking. I just wanted to emphasize more on your studies right now, because in another 1 month is ahead for your exams. What all you can prepare well, and never allow your eyes to be dragged by the gadgets, as Joseph said now. Please dedicate the technology to utilize for your studies for the coming months. And at this moment, what the effort you put on your studies will definitely get reflected on your score sheets. So do well. And added to that, I just wanted to pray to the Almighty to pour more and more blessings to you for the coming years and to be more successful in your life. Nothing more to say now. I thank Fancy Madam, the class teacher, and all the other teachers who have invited me. And on behalf of all the parents sitting here, we thank the Choice Foundation for giving the opportunity for our children and us to be part in you. With this word, I conclude. Thank you so much for my patience. Children, may God bless you. I'm really humble and honored. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next up, I invite Ms. Sapna James, mother of Mehak Kodiyantra, to share her experiences with the Choice School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I address you so, as when I came in today, I had this sudden realization, or almost an epiphany, that I was about to address a group of adults or people on the threshold of adulthood. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure today to stand here in JTPAC, a place that I've been coming to ever since it was built, and speak to you as Mehak Elizabeth Kodiyantra's mother. Today, I realize that I've been coming to this school for over 18 years, as I've had the good fortune to see two of my older kids graduate too from this amazing school. I use the word amazing because I believe this school, the Choice School, gave them some incredible and amazing opportunities to grow as individuals. They've acquired skills and tools with which I've seen them navigate through life successfully. I have always strongly believed that schools play an integral part in the nurturing of children, and Choice has always played the part of a strong, loving parent. I allude the school to a parent, as I've seen times when teachers have taken over the role of a loving and nurturing parent, and at times when they have chided, coaxed, and cajoled my kids, have been firm and given them life lessons. I'm ever so grateful for that. These 2 past years have been very challenging for the children and more so for the teachers. The aplomb with which the teachers rose up to the occasion has been nothing but inspiring. Congratulations to each and every teacher and the supporting staff that works diligently and efficiently in the shadows. At the helm of this institution is a man with a vision, and one who believes in the future and looks steadfast at making this more than just a school. Congratulations, Mr. Jose Thomas, for this institution, if I may call it so. As each one of you is poised at the threshold of a brave new world, some ready to dive right into the deep end and others just to dip their feet in, I would only wish you great adventures, happiness, and kindness. I would like to quote from one of the essays of Toni Morrison, one of my favorite writers, which resonated with me. You are your own stories, and therefore free to imagine and experience what it means to be human without wealth, what it feels to be human without domination over others, without reckless arrogance, without fear of others unlike you, without rotating, rehearsing, and reinventing the hatreds you learned in the sandbox. And although you don't have complete control over your narrative, you could nevertheless create it. I would like to leave you with another thought: kindness. Be kind, less selfish, and the world will be a more beautiful place with your kindness. No matter how cliched it may sound, you never truly will be successful until you learn to give beyond yourself. Do all the other things, the ambitious things: travel, get rich, get famous, innovate, lead, fall in love, make and lose fortunes, swim in the wild jungle rivers. But as you do to the extent that you can, err in the direction of kindness. Wishing the class of 2022 health, happiness, kindness, and success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. The third speaker to share his experiences is Mr. Shamir Marikar, father of Zaid Marikar.
Good evening, everyone. Respected Mr. Jose Thomas, President of the Choice Foundation, Mrs. Elizabeth Jose, Principal Mr. Ajit Jacob, Rachel Ma'am, Vice Principals, Academic Directors, teachers and other faculty, all the Chaitans and Chechis, I don't know if they're present here, the other support staff, my fellow parents, and all our sons and daughters present here today. I have the honor of standing on this stage today because I am a parent. Being a parent is one of the greatest blessings in life, and with it brings immense responsibility. 15 years ago, I made a decision. Yes, that is to put my son Zaid Marikar in preschool in the Choice Kindergarten. Today, looking back, I can proudly say that is one of the best decisions I have made in my life. From a small 3-year-old who used to peep out anxiously from the window after I put him in his class, my son Zaid has transformed today into a responsible, mature, and emotionally strong young man. Today, he is my friend, advisor, and a pillar of strength to me and my family. He has taken accountancy and economics in his 11th and 12th standard, and today he guides me in looking at the way I do my business. All this has transpired to a great extent because of the school, the environment and the empowerment he was offered, the teachers of the school that guided him, and the exposure he has received in the form of various extracurricular activities held in the school over the years, and the opportunities given to him to bring out his hidden talents. I think no other school has provided the kind of extracurricular activities as Choice, with so many shows like The Lion King, unheard of. No other school has done it so far. And to tell you, sir, my daughter was also a part of the school. She graduated 4 years back. She did her schooling here from LKG to 12th for 14 years. And as a family, if I had one more child, I would definitely come back to Choice. Okay, and to sign off, even as we celebrate here tonight, we know that we know the challenges that tomorrow will bring will be the greatest of our lifetime. But I have only one small piece of advice. Whatever be the challenge, we will have so many difficulties in life, and how difficult the situation might be, just hang in there and just think, tomorrow will always be better than today. Okay, thank you very much, and may God bless you all for a bright future ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your heartwarming words. Gifted we are with a voice, but gifted are some with a voice so melodious that it reaches out and shares our love and pain. On stage now, we will have Yakov, Pooja, Anushka, Irene, Siddharth, and Devansh to entertain us with a beautiful rendition.
Check.
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 Broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the roaring fields in so long. I know I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. 'Cause I'm on my way,
Driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to tiny dancers. I miss the way you make me feel. It's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. 15 years old, watching painted silhouettes, running from the road through the backfields and having fun with my friends.
my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right. I was younger then.
Take me back to when we found
weekend jobs when we got paid. We'd buy cheap spirits and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not gone out in so long. Oh, how we've grown. But I can't wait to go home. 'Cause I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel it's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. One friend left to sell clothes. One works down by the coast.
one had 2 kids but lives at home. One's brother's coming home.
One's already on his second wife.
One's just barely getting by, but
These people raised me and I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way. I still remember these old country lanes when we did not know the answers, and I miss the way you make me feel it's real when we watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill.
Thank you. Thank you.
Standing at the end of a long and educative school life, our students will surely look with trepidation at the new and challenging world that lies ahead. Student representatives from the 6 different sections will now share their thoughts on leaving school. First up, I invite Manya Meher of 12D to share her thoughts on leaving school.
Smile, we're graduating. Finally, right? Graduation day serves as a major milestone for all of us, class of 2022. Greetings to one and all present here. It's an honor for me to be standing here this evening speaking on behalf of my class. Around 13 years ago, parents and grandparents walked us to our bus stop, and at least 100 pictures were taken our first day in school. We had pushed into a completely different environment with new rules, new teachers, and new peers. Since then, we have grown, not only academically, but spiritually, in wisdom and character. Of course, living through those years between kindergarten and graduation may have seemed like an eternity for us students and for some parents as well. But as I stand here before you all, one thing I can say for sure is that these years definitely flew by. Just today, I was laughing with some of my friends and realized that life is nothing but a combination of moments. So here I am standing before you, talking about the best and most important moments of my life. One of my first memories in primary school was in 3rd grade, the year of the great Lion King. I wonder who chose me to dance as a tuft of grass. Definitely not a memorable part of the play, but I'll never forget the very unique opportunity. The next year, in the 4th grade, we got to live out our American Ninja Warrior dreams, to the Back to Basics camp. All was great until we got to serve kanni and pyro for supper. And the worst part was that we were limited to one papadam only. We planned to unionize this against the group of 9-year-olds. And now, middle school, a whole new chapter. In our first year, Chloe taught us all those break dances. Thanks to you, I still remember the choreography. It was in my 7th grade that I'm sure was the year I got to bunk most of my classes because of house projects, dances, and competitions. And of course, how can we forget our first excursion as a batch to Trivandrum? Every once in a while, I was blackmailed with a zoomed-in picture of me in that batch photo. And in 8th grade, Midsummer Night's Dream, a wonderful play whose run-through we'd seen at least 1,000,000 times before it actually launched. No, don't get me wrong. It was nice to bunk class and all, but at one point, even I could tell when Siddharth was out of pitch. And to be honest, the only reason we got through the year was Maria Georgie holding Irene and myself by our throats to complete our notes. So thank you for that, Maria. In our 9th grade, we came together as a class. We were a nightmare for most teachers, especially our class teacher. And I'm pretty sure whoever allotted the class teachers for next year knew this, because soon we were under our lovely batch coordinator's wings. You wouldn't believe how much fear can change a group of unruly children. As much as she shouted at us for forgetting our ID cards and belts, through the year we could see that she loved us, or at least I hope so. And alas, the senior school. Online school was a completely different experience in itself, at least for those of us who connected to audio. Right, Dhruv Varun? Teachers and students both learned a remarkable skill online. Any guesses? Yeah, now we can recognize our friends by only their foreheads. And this didn't work too well for the new students because them coming to school was practically a face reveal. All of us were pretty excited about online school, not for the educational aspect, but to test the extent of pranks we could get away with. Zayed attending class from a beach one day and a palace the next by changing his background, and Joel singing Little Kundan in class during our free period has to be some of the highlights. And now, our beloved teachers, thank you to you all from the bottom of my heart. In our first year of online schooling, one of our first memories was our class teacher at the time pleading us to sing along to the morning assembly prayer, only to end up with Tessa doing it all alone. In our final year of schooling, our mornings were filled with information on current affairs. If you told us a year ago, I don't think any one of us would have believed that checking crude oil prices and dollar exchange rate would be part of our morning routine. We would like to thank you for that, and we love you so much. Next is the equivalent of Shakespeare in our lives. Where do I even begin? Our English classes for the past 2 years have definitely been a musical. From hearing her hum Ed Sheeran songs in class and then busting us when she heard our notifications pop. We love you, ma'am. Thank you for always telling us the page number and not making us read those 20 dreadful page chapters. I think there's only one teacher who bore with us even after we submitted our projects way past the deadline. I now aspire to be a manager because I know Fayol's 14 principles. We love you, ma'am. Thanks Ruth and Mugdha for saving us in math class whenever we were supposed to read the next question. Ma'am, I promise I always have my textbook, but for some apparent reason my mic just doesn't unmute. Your support towards us has been like an indefinite integral of 0, which is constant. We love you, ma'am. Dear Jose Thomas, sir, you have been a leader to us ever since our childhood. Your motivational speeches and your abundant knowledge always have led us through the right path. Thank you, sir. Ajit, sir, you have been a very refreshing principal, and thank you for guiding us through 2 of our most important years in our life. And Annie, ma'am, thank you for ensuring all was in place and being supportive all through high school. I'd like to thank my teachers and mentors throughout the years, right from kindergarten all the way up to senior school. Next, I would like to thank all our previous principals. So thank you, Molly ma'am, Rachel ma'am, and Sunita ma'am. And finally, all Chaitans and Chechis who have looked after us. Thank you all so much. And to my fellow batchmates, I will leave you with a small message. Today being graduation is an exciting time. It's both the ending and the beginning. It tells you how far you've come. It kindles memories of the past and big dreams of the future. So keep learning, keep trying, keep accomplishing, and keep venturing on through your journey. Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you, Manya. Now we have Rohan Anoop of 12A to share his memories with us.
Respected dignitaries, beloved teachers, parents, and the amazing class of 2022, a warm good evening to one and all. I was very reluctant to speak for the graduation because I generally try to back out of these situations. But as much as I tried to back out of it, for some reason my class teacher Jolly sir thought it would be a good idea for me to speak. So I would like to thank sir for pushing me to give this speech. I still remember the first day of school. I was very hesitant to go to school. I had a lot of trouble, switched from bunch of play schools as I hated being away from home. But as soon as I joined the choice school, the teachers and staff here made me feel very welcome and safe. Our days were filled with so much fun and laughter that this place soon became a second home to all of us. So I would like to thank the school for that. Through these years, our school has always taken the efforts to make the best of any situation we were faced with, whether it was the 2018 floods or the pandemic that took the world by surprise. The combination of all these factors, as well as the online classes, has made our school experiences very unique. Online classes in general is relatively a new concept that came around in the last 2 years. But it seems to be a rather efficient and quick solution given that the situation was like that. We students now became the masters when everything went online. So I apologize to our dear teachers for all the mischief we got into. However, we have more than missed the experience of being in a classroom with our classmates, which is why we are more than grateful for the 2 weeks of offline classes we got. To conclude, I wish to thank Jose Thomas sir for his mentorship and guidance and for turning the school into an institution of excellence with his vision, involvement, and passion. To Ajit sir for being an inspiring leader and motivating us to strive for success. Your calm and cool presence during these challenging times was an inspiration. Thank you, Anima, for always being a constant support system and for bringing about so many positive changes in the school and in our lives. I would like to express my gratitude to all the teachers who have taught me from kindergarten through grade 12 and who have influenced me to do the best I can. And I'm grateful for the many opportunities the school has offered me. I would also like to thank our non-teaching staff, Chetan and Chechis, who work relentlessly for the smooth functioning of the school. Most importantly, I'm grateful to have been a part of such an amazing school, which has allowed me to make the best memories over the past 14 years. I can't imagine what a last day at the school is going to be like, but graduating today and moving on to the next chapter feels so unreal, and I'm sure I'll feel the same hesitation I felt when leaving my home once again. Thank you.
From 12C, we have Yakov George sharing his experience.
A very good evening to everyone present here. I'm Yakov George from class 12C. I'd like to start off by thanking all the individuals that helped us become the people we are today. To all my class teachers and subject teachers over these 14 years, thank you for making my entire school life so memorable and fun. I'd also like to thank everyone in the school's management, Ajit sir, Annie ma'am, and all the other previous principals, who have made our entire school journey a very enjoyable one. Finally, I'd like to thank JT sir for his awe-striking passion towards creating a fun and progressive learning environment for his students. So the thing is, I was asked not to mention the names of any teachers on stage. But I have to say that I've had the fanciest 2 years of my life. When I was asked to make a speech on behalf of my class for graduation, I was first excited. But as a second thought, I considered the fact that there really hadn't been many notable happenings, at least for our batch, in the past 2 years. But when I got down to actually writing the speech, I realized that I needn't speak about what happened, and more of what has happened. If I have to sum it up in one word, it would be progress. I've personally seen the kind of progress each and every one of us have made. The people we were a few years ago are so amazingly different right now. We've grown up. Yet I still need to ask my mother if I'm making the chaya right. The past 14 years of our life that we spent in school has all culminated to this very moment in time, where those little children that once ran up into kindergarten are ready to run back out of senior school. These last 2 years have been one of the most grueling and testing times for a lot of us. But the one thing I think we all learned to do is to introspect. We learned more about ourselves in these 2 years than ever before. With all the time spent in our lonesome, the one person we could count on was ourselves. So when we go out in the world tomorrow, we need to be constantly examining ourselves to see if the person we are then is the person that our younger selves wanted us to be. So to the graduating batch of 2022, we made it. We survived 16 years of school, the waking up at 6 in the morning to get on the bus, the endless extra class, the fights, the scoldings, the suspensions and everything. But what I've come to realize is that regardless of all the stunts we pulled and the many, many times we got on the nerves of our teachers, we'll never be able to do it again. We'll never be able to mess around in class or even bunk in the cafe. Now, I don't know many things. I'm as much a kid as everyone else sitting here. But I'd like to leave us here with a small thought of mine. Human beings will reward and honor those talents of heart and mind. Intelligence, hard work, discipline, sincerity, and perhaps above all, love and a generosity of the spirit. Those are the qualities that at the end of the day make you live a great life, one that is rewarded by the outside world. These are the virtues that people honor. Trust yourself. You know what you should do. You know the kind of life you should live. Trust in your instincts. Be true to them. And you will make for yourself a great and a good life. And in doing so, you will change the world. So as a graduating as a member of the graduating batch who's come to school for a collective of 2 weeks in the past 2 years, I'd like to wish us all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Yakov. Next up, we have Neha Shal of 12B reminiscing her school days as she bids goodbye to her alma mater.
Respected President of the Choice Foundation, Mr. Jose Thomas, Mr. Ajit P. Jacob, Principal of the Choice School, Ms. Vimala Jacob, Educational Administrator, dignitaries, Vice Principals, members of the faculty, fellow students, family, and friends. Good evening. I have been on the stage numerous times before, but today is special. I'm overwhelmed with a plethora of emotions, standing here to deliver the graduation address on behalf of my class 12B. I would like to begin by thanking Lord Almighty for an opportunity to be part of the Choice School. JT Sir, or JT Uncle, as we used to fondly call you. Sir, you are a true inspiration. You are an exemplary leader. Your vision and persistent efforts drive this institution ahead. Ajit sir, we have always looked forward to the interactive sessions with you. The insightful knowledge that you imparted will definitely help us in our journey ahead. Annie ma'am, your dedication and diligent work helped in the transformation from offline to online schooling smoothly. I cannot be grateful enough for our invincible pillars of support, our teachers. They motivated us, cheered for us, and stood patiently beside us during these difficult times. It wasn't easy, from screaming on top of their voice for one response and making sure that we were not distracted by our surroundings. It was a tedious task, but thank you for not giving up on us. We made mistakes, learned new things, and explored our potentials together while normalizing the new normal. I would also like to thank all my kindergarten, primary, and main school teachers for transforming me from this meek and shy little girl into what I am today, and likewise for inspiring many lives out there. Thank you, dear Chetans, Chechis, and other support staff for always having our backs. To my class 12B, the most exuberant class out there, I cannot imagine the last 2 years of my school life without you guys in it. From the hilarious Halloween pranks to coming up with online Spotify sessions, we were a crazy pack. And over these 2 years, we have formed an unbreakable bond, perhaps like electrovalent bonding in water. And last but not the least, to my wonderful batchmates, congratulations. 2 years of online schooling, and here we are. From the excitement-filled class parties to practicing for assemblies, organizing events, singing and dancing together, we have made memories that we cherished forever. As we stand here today, ready to embrace our new lives, I wish for the best for all of you. And deep down, I know that eventually each of you will find your own way. Thank you.
Thank you, Neha. Representing 12E is Megha Mahesh, going down the memory lane.
I remember the day when I first stepped into the Choice School campus, a little girl clinging to her mother as tightly as she could. The teacher I met first was Girija ma'am in Kinderark. Her loving smile encouraged me to venture into this place where I had to spend the next 15 years of my life. From that day to this day, I never had a cause for concern or fear about my schooling. I knew I was in great hands. As we gather here today, we stand on the threshold of a new journey. It's true that we will go our separate ways, but we will forever be bound by the memories we have created together through the years at the Choice School. Good evening, graduates, teachers, dignitaries present, and parents. Firstly, I am truly honored that I got the opportunity to present this speech on behalf of my wonderful class 12E. So congratulations, class 12. We have done it. All the hard work has finally paid off, and we are ready to take the next big step in life beyond high school. My class, 12E, we were an amazing set of students, and I wouldn't have gotten a better class than ours. We have had a roller coaster ride from online classes, week-long quarantines to distance learning, pending GCR assignments, and various other things. Being in such unprecedented times, we have learned to cherish the small and important things in life. We build relationships with the people we care about, the people we love, the people who went on this crazy journey along with us. The journey of online exams and being stressed over innumerable deadlines. In this whole journey, we learn to foster relationships, and through these tough times, we have all managed to stay connected. As students and friends, we have made countless memories together. Many good and few bad, most of which we can now look back upon and laugh. As we have all heard, the journey is more important than the destination, for the destination gives you merit, while the journey gives you memories. Mr. Jose Thomas, sir, we cannot thank you enough for giving us this institution, which has been truly more like a home to us and everything you have done for us. Mr. Ajit P. Jacob and Ms. Vimala Jacob, thank you so much for guiding us throughout these years. We feel very fortunate to have you during these challenging times. Ms. Annie Anthony, ma'am, thank you so much for guiding, supporting, and inspiring us. Thank you to our batch coordinates and vice principals for your motivation, guidance, and support. Thank you, Chechis and Chaitans, for your unconditional love and affection. We have had some of the best teachers who were friends first and teachers second. They taught us with passion and molded us to the great people we are today. Thank you, teachers, for pushing us to believe in ourselves. Fellow graduates, I have known you all for a very long time, and I know that each one of you has something special. So never stop believing in yourselves and always keep going. A huge and special thanks to all my friends who always stand by my side with their sincere support. It feels really good to see how far we have come. I feel proud to see who we are right now and what we have achieved. I dedicate this to all our teachers and parents who have been beacons of light guiding us to success. 15 years have passed so fast, and I never thought this day would come near. We are really going to miss this place. Let's hope to have better years ahead and a brighter future. Congratulations, Class 12. Thank you.
Thank you, Megha. To wrap this session up, we have Rosa Alex of 12F bidding goodbye to the best memories weaved in the Choice School.
Most respected dignitaries, my beloved teachers, parents, and my dear friends, a warm good evening to one and all. We have marked this date in our heads for the longest time, Graduation Day. And the thing that scares me the most is the implication that the most meaningful part of our lives are almost winding up. But there's something so joyous about seeing everyone here that makes it feel like this isn't the end. We get one day, amidst all of this exam and college chaos, to take a minute to step back and look at where we began. On school days, just when our buses enter the main gate, I remember my stomach hurling with feelings of either anxiety or excitement, knowing that every day the choice would be a day that gets remembered by. And then when we enter class and see all of our friends bickering and our teachers trying to get us to form in line for assembly, I realize it's another day we're thankful for. What many of us don't realize is the amount of time, energy, and dedication our teachers, Chechis, and Chaitans put into each and every one of us. The countless times they step forward to make sure we are being taken care of, even if it means stepping back from their own. More than a class, primary section was our safe haven. We always felt protected and happy, thanks to our loving teachers who always greeted us with warm hugs and patient smiles. So to all the teachers who gave us stickers when we aced a test, to them praying we ace our board exams, thank you. We won't ever forget you, and we hope we make you proud. When our parents say things like, oh, kids these days, they'll never experience school the way they did, I beg to differ. I think we experienced it in our own way, and that just makes it the best years one could have. Over these past, or apparently our final weeks in school, I spent remembering the choice as the place where we all grew up. 12F. We managed to create a space which only grew stronger with countless debates, collectively trying to dodge sociology tests, pulling all-nighters for psychology practicals, and of course, a WhatsApp group that's active to an unhealthy extent, but never boring. As learned in psychology, our class has the cohesiveness factor like no other. I'll never forget the adrenaline rush we get from sports days, the tiresome walkbacks after staybacks, and the number of times we got to dress up in questionable costumes for our class assemblies. We've been through it all and more, and there's no other batch I'd rather be seen with on the batch of 2020 wall frame than you special people. Hopefully they took nice pictures. The thank yous and goodbyes we say today hold a bit more meaning. So I'd like to thank Mr. Jose Thomas, sir, for building this place, his dream, the Choice School, and in doing so, building our dreams as well. Ajit, sir, thank you for keeping the school running even through these challenging times. Annie, ma'am, through all of your tough exteriors, we know and have seen the kind and nurturing person you are. As we grow closer to our final dispersal, I urge you, just as I urge my own heart, to stay strong and to hold each other stronger as we walk through these corridors on our separate ways one last time. Our time here in Choice will always remain special, because the truth is, we've done it all here. This is the place where we've had our first times, and some of them our last. So to all of you present here, I'd like to say, long live the memories we made, and long live the school that gave them to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosa. The Choice School, with its 3 guiding principles, knowledge, character, and health, pursues excellence with relentless commitment, and the Student Council is invested with the duty to achieve this goal. We will now witness here the legacy of dedication and responsibility being passed on to the next in line. The outgoing head boy, Manish Janardhanan, and head girl, Croy Roy Violat, will now hand over the school flag to the assistant head boy, Jake Tom Kuruvilla, and assistant head girl, Mia Matthew. They have been invested with the responsibility of carrying forward the vision of our school.
What goes in the mind is forgotten, but that which goes in the heart is locked, like a keepsake that never leaves you. Students of graduating batch 2022 will now be gifted with a memento. I invite Miss Mary Palantinkle and Miss Padma Mohan to continue the proceedings.
Dearest students, the crowning moment of your school life is setting in. This is your hour to be recognized for all that you have accomplished during your school days. We acknowledge your diligence, talents, and the value systems you have imbibed. To concretize our regard and affection, we present you with citations etched with the essence of what you are as perceived by your teachers. Your class teachers have penned a note of appreciation for each one of you. Please come up on stage to receive the token as your name is called out. Dear parents, beam with pride as you witness your children being honored and also enjoy the slideshow on the screen. Watch their transformation. Your wide-eyed, tiny tots have bloomed and blossomed into fine young adults. We have the students of the science stream who think like a proton and stay positive. Imagine, inspire, and innovate being their mantra. For the students of the commerce stream, everyone counts as an asset. They are all set to change the world through goodwill and reconciliation. They believe in action since they realize that talk is cheap because supply exceeds demand. The philosophers of the humanities stream believe that they must not allow other people's perceptions to define them and that out of their vulnerabilities comes their strength. This is a diverse group we are felicitating this evening. We begin with grade 12A, a vibrant class of 30 under the able guidance of their charismatic and evergreen class teacher, Mr. Jolly George, a man for all seasons with whom they share a very special synergy. May I invite on stage the gracious and charming Mrs. Elizabeth Jose to present the mementos to this class. Abhay Dev, Abhinav Neliyat, Anderson John Joseph, Arav George, Danjit Velua, Ian George Thomas, Elena Thomas K, Elizabeth Jose, Eric Thomas, Ethan Ellen John, Joel Jose, Kevin Cherian Thomas, Kevin Jose, Manish Janardhanan, Maria Anju, Mohammad Farhan, Naina Marie Vinu, Nandana Reggie, Nikita James, Parthiv Anil Kumar, Rena Luke, Rohan Anup, Rohan T.M., Rohit Xavier, Sebin Shaju, Shirin Mohammed, Shreyas Sunil, Suraj Binoy, Sharav Agarwal, Vijwal Manoj Kumar, thank you, ma'am. The students of grade 12B who take pride in describing themselves as lovelies is led by their appreciative and compassionate class teacher, Miss Lovely John, who has instilled confidence and scientific temperament in her students. It is our pleasure to have Mr. Vijay Zakre, IPS Inspector General of Police, felicitating this class. May I request you, sir, to come up on the stage. Adil Ismail, Abraham Joseph, Angel Singto, Ardra Arakal, Gauri Shri Kumar, Rishita Elizabeth George, Janaki Neliyat, Joel Ranjan, Maria Elizabeth Luke, Maria Georgie, Matthew Thomas Dominic, Midula Ramesh, Misha Noble, Divya Srinidhi, Mrudula Ramesh, Neha Sahal, Ryan John, Shiva Somakumar, Shruti Rishi, Ren Assisi, Yuhan John, Shri Hari Upas, Rachel Sarah Chandi, thank you, sir. May I invite on stage the beloved and much admired Mrs. Rachel Ignatius, Principal, the Choice School, Tiruvalla, to hand over the mementos to the students of Class 12C. This batch of 24 compassionate and empathetic students who are adept at juggling a wide variety of subjects is ably captained by their enthusiastic and resourceful class teacher, Miss Fancy Johnson, who has always been an inspiration for the students in her care. Aditya Menon, Adon Hale, Aishwarya Shekhar, Amu George Matthew, Anne Teresa Sabu, Avantika Krishnakumar, Elsa Kurian, Gautam Rakesh Chandra, Jia Vijay, Joanna Binuraj, Kamala Nair, Ken Abraham, Krishna Nair, Melvin George, Nandana PV, Nashwa Zahia, Naufrida Niaz, Neha Natasha, Nirupama Ullas, Pooja Anil, Priyanka and Matthews, Rachel Shaji, Richard Sam, Yakov George, thank you, ma'am.
We continue with the presentations for 12D, E, and F. Mobilizing her resources and handling deficits with ease, Ms. Padma Mohan, class teacher of 12D, ensures that her batch of 38 stays on track, thus charting the course of future economists. Her students have definitely benefited from her firm policies and strong directions. I have the pleasure of inviting Ms. Vimala Jacob, Educational Administrator, to present the mementos to the young graduates of 12D. We begin with Anandakrishnan K. Jayan, Ashna Sharma, Aditya Gupta, Anaika Sara Nechupadam, Anirudh Mittal, Anu George, Aparna P, Dhruv Arun, Dhruv Ranganathan, Diti Agarwal, George M. Joseph, Irene Bobby, Ishan Ajit, Joel John, Kirtar Anand Kuruva, Krishna Ravindran, Leah Elizabeth Jacob, Manya Meher, Mihika Nair, Naveen Joseph Tom, Nainan Casey, Pranav Krishnamurthy, Rahul Rajesh Menon, Rebecca Ann Kurvilla, Sarah Maria Subin, Shiva Suraj, Shriya A. Harish, Tanisha Nair, Tanya Joseph, Tessa Alex, Thomas Casey, Tia Maria Abraham, Vaishnavi Devi, Venkat Arun Prasad, Vivek Raj, Johan E. Varghese, Zaid Marikar S.M., and Pranav G. Thank you, ma'am. Accounts payable, accounts receivable, assets and cash flows are all handled and balanced with ease by Miss Anita Joshi, class teacher of 12E. With a sharp eye and deft handling of her students, they will surely reward her with rich dividends. I cordially invite Miss Annie Anthony, Vice Principal of the Senior School, to present the mementos to the students of 12E. We begin with A.K. Muhammad Hani Shaji, Abdul Naji Shaji, Abul Hassan, Aditya Narayanan, Amar Muhammad, Anne Rose Joshi, Anushka Tiruvilakat, Arnav Rakin, Aryan Gupta, Aisha Wafa, Deva R. Srinath, Ishwar Arun, Emmanuel K. George, Hannah Maria George, Hari Krishnan Regimon, Ifada Imtiaz, Isaac Anthony, John Pradeep, Joseph Abraham, Joseph George, Karthik Sanjeev, Krishan Agarwal, Krishna Devraj, Maria Matthew, Megha Mahesh, Meghna Rachel, Muhammad Imran, Nakshatra Unni, Namita Nigesh, Navneet Prasad, Riyad Kurian John, Rohan Robin Chirat, Ryan Cherian Jacob, Samruta V, Santra Saji, Shuha Misbah, Talia Susan, Teresa Joju, Thomas Alex, V. Govardhan, Xavier Praveen, Gopika Sajeev. Thank you, ma'am. Miss Meera Muralidharan heads the class of 12F with her meticulous planning, programming her students every step of the way, creating a bunch of students analytical in thought and creative at heart. To do the honors of giving the mementos to these young students, I invite the principal of the Choice School, Mr. Jacob P. Ajit Matthews, onto the stage. We begin with Alvin Anthony, Adil Faisal, Amelia Renoy Matthew, Ania Jofi, Ansh Ved, Chloe Roy Vailag, Devansh Ranjit, Ivan Joshua Koshi, Gautam Jacob Paul, Govind Krishna Kumar, Irene Paul, Jasmine Jamil Pasha, Juhi Suhara, Karnika Jain, Kuruvilla Charlie, Lena Vinod, Maria Alice Jacob, Mehek Elizabeth, Michelle Xavier, Mugda PK, Muskan M, Naina Elizabeth Binoy, Naira George, Reba Atokaran, Rosa Alex, Ruth Sarah Abraham, Sahil Ansari, Sania Sunit, Sarah Isabel, Sarah Johnny, Sarang Basant, Siddharth Isaac, Sneha Susan Cherian, Soha Aftab, Suzanne Maria Matthew, Tanya Sarah George, Rose Sen Tottenham, and Pratyaksha Sri Kumar. Teresa Austin, Sean Latif, Anthony Romy. Thank you, sir. Dear students, this is the end of the first part of your journey through life. Believe in yourself and celebrate the life ahead. Let education and knowledge be your guiding light, but in the end, always let your heart show you the way. And I would like to conclude with what Jeff Bezos said, and I quote, "In the end, we are our choices. Build yourself a great story." Thank you. God bless.
The candle is a never-dying symbol of light and sacrifice, and the ceremonial lighting of the lamp is a reminder of the task each student has of lighting the lives of others in need with the light from their own lives. Mr. Jose Thomas will lead the symbolic ceremony along with the principal, Mr. Jacob P. Ajit Matthews. Thank you, sir.
Lights go to many people in this world, okay? Take care. You are the light of the world. No one takes a light and hides it under a bushel. Instead, it is held high so that it gives light unto all that are in the house. This light symbolizes the light received from God. Let the outgoing students of class 12 light their own individual lives and spread the light of truth and love in this world.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his home.
Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world.
Frustrated brother, see how he's tried to light his own candle some other way.
See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame.
Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world.
We are a family whose hearts are blazing, so let's raise our candles and light up the sky. Rain to our Father in the name of God, make us a beacon in the darkest times.
Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world.
Keep your lights shining bright and clear. Let your light illumine the lives of those you meet along the journey of life. May you be true to the motto of the school. May God bless you and go with you.
This candle is a symbol of light we shall carry with us into the world. The light of truth, joy, and love. We promise to spread this light and be a blessing to others.
Dear graduates, set out on your journey like lighted candles, ready to set the world aflame with enthusiasm and zeal. May this little flame be a light to you in dark places where all other lights go out.
The graduating batch 2022 will now sing the graduation song penned by Mr. Jose Thomas. This song reflects the hopes and aspirations of the students and expresses their gratitude to all those who have touched their lives and awakened their spirits. Filled with humility, charity, thankfulness, and self-confidence, our students sing.
as we leave our school. You've given us strength to be confident and stand on our own. You molded me. You gave me love. You nurtured me and taught me right from wrong. That's made me who I am. You stood by me. You held my hand. You seasoned me like your own in the best way that you can. All for my well-being. You molded us. You gave us love. You nurtured us and taught us right from wrong. That's made us who we are. You stood by us. You held our hand. You seasoned us like your own in the best way that you can. All for our well-being. Gratitude, faithfulness, humility, obedience, honesty, charity, truthfulness, self-confidence. Thank you, God, for a school so nice. We were here as a matter of choice. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Wishing you all the very best. This was Ishan Joseph.
Catherine Anchungat.
And Neha Sosha Epen guiding you through this ceremony.
Thank you.
And have a great evening.
To capture this beautiful moment for posterity, formal portraits will now be taken. I invite Mr. Jose Thomas, Mr. Jacob P. Ajit Matthews, and the faculty of the graduating batch to take their place on stage.
Sing aloud, it's a bright new day, in a bright new world, and a bright new way of life. Sing aloud, together again, in this beautiful world, about see a bright blue sky. We are together, happy and forever. Together we stand united as one. We thank our parents, our teachers, and you, my friends, and most of all, Almighty God above. We thank you, Lord, for this mighty blessing you gave us, and for choosing us to be the children of choice. This campus that we live in, with the premises so clean, we know that it's all a blessing from above. Let that show us the blessings dwell in us forever, through all this journey of our lives. The days that we spend here would be the most precious of all. The education being from the kingdom, oh Lord. We are the children of choice school, chosen by the mighty one we proclaim. The truthful life and the blissful ways blossom our future bright, molded towards our destiny so right. We thank you, Lord, for the school that you gave us. We thank you for a choice school. We thank you, Lord, for the school that you gave us. We thank you for choice school.